Because there's 3 of us from the expo in this meeting, from the
No,
new
there's 4
expo.
of us. We've got Sebastian twice. We've got double Sebastian.
Okay.
I was,
So I wonder if you are curious about something about
yeah.
us.
Cecilia is just in Vancouver. Check the messages.
Um,
We've got look at hit the chat. So some people are having trouble talking, but as I say, use the chat as well. And I should say Hussein is part of our training committee. He's in some form of an international trainer. I can never remember all these titles.
Hussein, where are you from?
I'm from Iran.
Sorry?
I should write that.
Yeah.
From Iran? I didn't hear well.
Yes, Iran.
Good to see you.
Same here.
but from Iran, you are from the south. I can't remember. No.
I live in Tehran, the capital, but I am originally from Yazd, which is in the center of Iran.
Mhm.
Yeah, Yazd. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But where is it going to be, that big conference that we were talking about? It's in Yazd or in Tehran? You know, the
Yes,
Asian.
it's hopefully in 2024. Yazd is the capital for Asian Cooperation Dialogue, including 35 countries. So the meetings are held, once they had a meeting, because it was in February that officially how can I say, the certificate, let's say, was given to our governor, because the governor is the top representative in the province. So it's going to be repeated again. So in September, there is going to be another meeting of this Asian Cooperation Dialogue, where the different stakeholders get together. It's mostly at the level of ministers.
Okay. Do you have an idea when we're talking about Asian countries? Do you have an idea? I mean, is India going to be there? China, you know, the big.
Well, there are two things. That at one level, there are 35 countries that are included, but it doesn't mean that all of them will travel. There are always, those who can or cannot join, but they were supposed to meet in early May, but because of the situation, they postponed it. So in September, usually there is about 15 of them. So the first meeting was held to prepare their organization of the coming. I will be in touch to see how many will attend and what countries are they.
That's good. So
But
important.
majorly, majorly area rep for Asia West. I have my own concerns about countries that are included in my region. Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, especially Turkmenistan, because we have not Pakistan.
Very interesting. I'd love to go to these countries. All the ones that end in tan, the whole thing. I'd love to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Christina, are you on the expo now?
Yeah, Yoni. I'm the vice president.
Oh, interesting.
And what's your portfolio beside the title?
Membership. That's what the expo chose, and actually I really like that portfolio because that's what I've done in my own association to get involved with the members, to try, because Sebastian has, of course, great ideas how to get members involved in the business of the WFTGA more. But that's what I've done in my own association as well, create work groups, task forces, things like that.
Mhm.
So, and I mean, an association, it's not something out of the blue, not an abstract thing. It's made of members, and you need to talk to them and to get them involved and to understand their needs. What do they want from the WFTGA? So that's very challenging. I mean, 2 years term, it's really very short, but that's what I'm trying to do, to get more in touch with the different members and associations. Yeah. So, and also travel a lot from my own, because I'm a tourist guide in Portugal, but I'm also a tour director. So I'm very often abroad in different countries, and I'll try to talk to you when you, because this year, so I'm going to go to I was in Morocco just a week ago.
Oh, really? Good.
Yes.
I'm from Morocco.
Yes, I know. And I never had met you before, so it's really nice
Oh,
to
yes.
meet
This is
you.
my first time to attend the meeting. I'm still new.
The whole
Mhm.
idea of these meetings, started by our past president, was just to have a little chat, get to know people, meet people who haven't been able to get to some of the to conferences, and just generally talk about gentle subjects, have a cup of tea. I hate tea, so it's coffee for me. And then basically get to know us and find out that the board is not a two-headed monster. It's a three-headed monster. But we're human beings. So we're trying to get old member, and we're trying to do this on the 7th of every month for continuity. And that way it's just a gentle little chatter. We've had a few of these in the past. The problem was that we never knew when they would come up, and they come up very, very quickly. Suddenly our past president would have some time to do something, and it was sort of, well, we're having one tomorrow. Whereas if we can pick up that on the 7th of the month, there's going to be somebody. Next month, I think it's going to be Ivana. She's based in Serbia, and then afterwards Viola, who is based in Edinburgh. So we get a little bit of a mixture, and there's never going to be work free. But the thing is getting to know people as people. Some of us have met in person, some of us haven't. Some of us, are looking forward to seeing people again. Some of us are going, yeah, I know him, I'll avoid him the next time I see him. But, it's a chance to have something informal.
Very important.
Yeah.
Well, Christina, I have a challenge that you will help me. I've been trying in the last 2 years to encourage our counterparts and colleagues in East Jerusalem that they're part of a Palestinian tour guide association and a guild, that they will join the World Federation. And they were at the beginning very happy, but then the Palestinian Authority jinxed it and said no. And well, it's a internal political issue there, but I am trying to encourage them to join, that you will hear more voices from our part of the world.
Thank you, Yoni.
I think some parts of this world are complicated in this moment, and and we had that discussion also when we met in Syracuse, and as we have the Olympic Games in this moment, I think maybe some guilds, some regions could just be without banner. So, because we are normally, yes, we are representing countries and so on, but more than countries, we are representing associations, we are representing colleagues, and the basic of a tour guide is trying to understand people that are from another region, another country, another way of thinking, and to meet together and to find peaceful ways to understand each other. However, I don't think it is a good idea to have banners, flags. No, and this was a little bit the point when we met in Syracuse for another region. So if a guild of Palestina, that is, if it is complicated, let's ask them to just come in as an association without banner, with like the Olympic Games, with a white flag. That's it.
Yeah, but Elga, associations represent, within the WFDGA, the associations represent countries. That's how we are listed. I mean, there's a if you go to the website, there's a list of associations, and of course at the front there's the area or the country where it comes from. In this case, it will be complicated because Palestine is not actually a country as such.
Well, we have the main case in that case with Kosovo and with the Cyprus, huh?
Correct. It was brought up at the
and in that case, I would say, instead of maybe thinking about to create a special situation, a special article in our code, in our regulations, and say, okay, there is a possibility for regions that their authorities are not accepted by the ONU, by the UNO, then they can join us, but without a country as the other members, to give them a solution, because I think it is very important that they are there, because they are, in that case, capable to dialogue.
Yeah. I have a question though, Yoni. So I've been to Israel with groups, and of course I had guides in Israel, and also from when we crossed to Bethlehem.
Correct.
Of course, we needed to have a guide from there. So basically, the colleagues that are working in Palestine, it's just Bethlehem, or because I don't remember, maybe Jericho.
No, it's Bethlehem and Jericho. It's Ramallah. It's other places. As a matter of fact, through the Paris Convention, between Israel and the PA, following what's called the Oslo Accord, there were 66 qualified tourist guides by the Palestinian Tourism Ministry who were approved to guide in Israel. And I gave them once a whole day of educational for new sites in Israel under the Ministry of Tourism. So it was a challenging but very interesting. They're suffering from lack of tourism as much as we are, and a lot of groups, because of the price difference of accommodation and hotels and services, like to stay in Bethlehem, which is not cheaper, but they do travel the Holy Land, which is all of Israel, Bethlehem, Jericho, and so on. So they use either Palestinian guides from Israel, that means Israeli citizens, or Palestinian guides from the PA, which are among the 66 aren't licensed to guide in Israel. Others will have to take a local guide. when I took, I've not been there now for nearly a year. When I take my people to Bethlehem, I always insist to have a local guide to give them work. Although I'm licensed to guide there, and tour guides are the only Israeli citizens that are allowed by law to go into Jericho and Bethlehem. We just have to coordinate it.
Yeah.
But I have a list of local guides there that I'm in touch with. And whenever I have tourists who want to go there and I do not need the day off or something, then I just connect them. We meet at the crossing point and hand over the tourists, and they have a great time.
That's what I did with my own Portuguese tourists. So, but there's an association. There's an association. They are
correct.
There's
yes.
an association.
Yeah.
I see Sebastian's got his hand up. Sebastian?
Yeah. I just want to pick up what Helga said, and I think that was quite an interesting idea just for the future to think about. We always had a very strong cooperation with UNWTO, and that's why we follow the tier system and also how we manage our association, that from each country there is just one vote and so on, and that there can be more delegates and all that. So, but it's interesting to have the idea we are in a world where we are going more into regional things, where we have less national, or we should have less nationalism. We have more nationalism in politics and all that. It's the same what the European Union is thinking about. We need more the regions to really think about who can be a member of WFDGA. How our association managed. I just know it from my region here that we have the separation because of the license system and the law system between Austria, Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, but the guides do all the same along the Danube with the river cruises. So to think about this idea, which association should be member, who should get a vote, who should be allowed to vote, what is the future in the world? Can we be the leader in rethinking the world? How do we overcome the borders? How do we overcome the barriers in our mind about all that? Very interesting question. Not for today and not for a general assembly, but really to think about in a strategy group. Is that a way we can approach, or what's the pros and cons? So just for my answer to Helga, very interesting thoughts about that.
It's interesting. You may be sort of floating into from a national identity of groups into a tribal. I'll just give an example. If the Basque in Spain would want to be a member of the association, can they? Or other, groups, associations by their identity.
Why not? Why can't be every?
No, I agree. It's open to discussion. I agree.
Yeah. This would be open to discussion. Why can't be every association a member? At the moment we have to discuss: can an association of a country become a member when there is another association? Who has then the right to all these things? So just as an idea to overcome all these complicated situation, everybody who is dedicated to tourist guides, who is an association of tourist guides, can be member, and what our aims, what are we, who is our target? The guides, the association. At the moment it's more the association, but what is this with licenses? What is a license organized? All these. Wow, great picture.
Yeah. We've also got somebody else coming in. Excuse me, my pronunciation. Rashid.
Yeah, sorry.
Where are you calling in from?
Can I speak?
Yeah.
I'm calling in from from South Africa, Naisna.
Nice.
Yeah. So for me, this is new. Because of what I try to do. I know you was talking about the Palestine and stuff like that. So that is very important now. So I'm inexperienced in tour guiding, but nice na in tourism. So and that is also to tackle the unemployment also here in South Africa. So for me it's new, and I also campaign against war or anything that disturb the human race. Yeah, that is what, and I'm new, and I'm very glad for this information, because of we have to stay united, and we have to be united for all of this to be a success. So it doesn't only affect only one part, it does affect the whole globe. So, and I'm Afrikaans speaking, and I'm also Christian.
Are you in an
So, and
association? Are you a member of a tourist guide association?
No, at this moment I'm independent. I don't have any work, but I'm trying to stay to uplift myself by doing small jobs. But the main thing that I really want is to get my tourism badge. That that's the main thing. Then I know I can create work for myself and for other young people around me that use their time for wrong, because of drug addiction here in South Africa, in Neisner, especially where I stay. It's a big it's a bit big, and drug addiction is the same as war, because of it destroy lives.
Rashid, if you look in the message, I've given you my email address.
Yes,
If you
yes.
send me an email, then what I will do is I will then forward it to the associations in South Africa so they can get in touch with you. And that should be able to help you along your way.
Yeah, that sounds it sounds very enlightening and very informed.
Yeah.
And I'm very glad because of as I did take a chance to meet to to be part of of the meeting. Yeah, so and it's my first time or my second time on Zoom. So it's very for me, and I'm 35 years old now. I have two daughters. Yeah, so yeah, and for me, this is to guide my children, also for them, to give them a pathway in life to go into a nice career path also, because of tourism isn't about inform other peoples about the country. It's about all the aspect that bring people together. So that is, yeah, that is my point of view and my thing that I see now out of this uh yeah, I don't know if it's, but thank you thank you very much for the platform.
Okay, not a problem. Get in touch with me, and then I'll forward your information on. I'll get you in touch with the local association, and then get in touch with them, and they'll be able to help you.
Yeah, cool. But
Okay.
I'm still willing to listen to you guys and all of that.
Okay. Yeah. Yoni.
Thank you very much.
Hands up.
Yeah, during our meetings in Siracusa, we one of the sort of claim is that the new expo will be more open to communication. between the delegates and the expo, and then between the different associations represented by the delegates and so on. What is the chance of getting emails and contacts of all the delegates, the official delegates?
Johnny?
It's something that I know that's had a discussion on privacy, but if you all send us a form saying who is ready, that his mail contact information will be distributed to other delegates,
Johnny?
then you will get a picture of who can be there
Johnny,
on the list.
at the moment, we are still trying to get all the information together. Again, it's trying to actually physically get the information has been the problem. So at the moment, we're trying to actually physically get the information, and then we're trying to do, various things, photos and everything. Sebastian's working on that, but our issue has been actually trying to get the information or a precise list. But once we've got it, we're very much open to share. But the first few months we were trying to get the keys for the car, and we weren't able to get all the keys for the car. We can get into the car. We're making sure that the engine is running, and then we're going to have a little look at the paint job and the wheels and everything that makes things look pretty. But the most important thing at the moment is try and get the engine running smoothly and properly. And once we've got the engine running smoothly, then as I say, we're going to start a lot of work on the aesthetics.
Well, petrol will get you somewhere.
Hey, excuse me, we're eco-friendly. We're running on a mixture of electricity and a huge amount of gas and a little hot air as well.
Perhaps to add some words to that. So what we will definitely announce in the next newsletter is a page dedicated to all the working groups we will implement. So there will be working groups for a lot of sections like members, public relations, partner sponsorships and all that, social media, activities, conventions. So these will be the working groups where we want to really have strategy discussions, where we have open discussions about how the future of WFDGA are, or what aims we have, and who is our target group and all that. The problem with the delegates is we are now collecting really all the email addresses whoever has been a delegate, and from all the association, the updated information. It is that delegates normally are only announced for the next General Assembly from the member associations, and this announcement with the is made mostly 2 months in advance of a General Assembly, or some associations are doing it in last minute, and we get the newsletter just 1 week ago in advance, or just 1 day in advance. So to have this delegate conversation ongoing, it's not so easy. What we are more thinking also is we have to invite the member association, saying, do you want to send somebody in an ongoing process? So I think we have to shift a little bit from the word delegate to who wants to continue working on topics of the General Assembly and all that. And this will be a little folio also in the members working group, where we find the best solution. Yeah, so Johnny, we're definitely working on it. It's just, like James said, a matter of time and to find the best solution. On the website, we already have implemented the internal areas which we show in two weeks, how you can join working groups, how you can work, where the files are stored, in all these things. So yeah.
Okay,
can I also please? I've asked, and we're putting it out. With social media, I've reinstated Member Monday, and I need cooperation It's fallen on a number of deaf ears, and what would be nice is that you're all representing an association or you have a home association. If they can email, if you can email me, I'll send you the criteria. We're about to put this out, you know, in another couple of ways. Just give me a second. And we need your cooperation. What the idea of, sorry, typing is not one of my skills. What we need is all the associations to tell us, you know, to send us a pictures, couple of pictures, give us your tags, so on, and then we'll be in a position. You send it to us, we highlight you, you then share it to your social media, and it's a two-way street. We can show the world that we're a family of tourist guides all over the world, and then you can show your membership what they're getting for their membership fee of us, and also you can show the world that you're part of a worldwide family. So this is something very important, and we've only had a couple. I have not put up Toronto because I don't want anybody saying you only did this to promote Toronto, but we do need some people. We've got various places all over, and we're couple of things that we're doing. We're really trying to promote more. And I will add as well, we're about to do some updates to the social chat that we did for Siracusa, and we're going to switch it from Siracusa to being about Japan and start highlighting and promoting what we're going to do and get people excited about coming to Japan in a year and a half. I also want to mention we've got somebody else has popped in. I'm very sorry if I misdo your name, Subuta. I don't know where you're calling in from. Somewhere very dark, but just say hello to you. And Cecilia's back in. Just mention the people who've popped back in and out.
I read he's coming from Nepal.
Yeah, Nepal, yes.
Yes, very nice.
I've been to Nepal, so without many times.
Oh, wow.
Where are you from? Where are you from in Nepal?
I'm from Kathmandu.
Kathmandu.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
but
how long have you been in Nepal?
We can't see much. You're in a very dark place.
You been to Nepal? Okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Ah, so now we can see something.
Okay. There's no light. Okay. Without light. All right?
Yes.
Yes, we can see.
So many times you've been in Nepal.
Yes, I've been many times to Nepal. But tell me, you're are you a member of WFTGA? No.
I'm not a
No.
I just joined a few days ago. I joined WFTGA. This organization.
Okay, but you are interested in the WFTGA. You're interested in us.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Okay.
So, what is the most attractive thing for you into Nepal? What?
You mean? I don't know if other colleagues have been there. Most attractive to me, it's the way you approach Buddhism, because it's very different from other countries in the area. And also, of course, the nature. I've never been to the Himalaya, but I've been to the north. And, to see the sunrise above the Himalaya, it's an experience. It's it's something extraordinary. So it's a very interesting part of the world you come from. Well, every one of us, of course. But It's very. People don't actually. Do we have Sebastian? Do we have members in Nepal? I don't think so. There's no association.
No.
No,
I
There
don't.
is no association.
Gurgaon. Oh, hello, namaste.
So,
They our organization, Nepali organization, Gurgaon, Tourist Association of Nepal, Tour Guide Association of Nepal is there. But this organization also not affiliated with your organization.
Can I suggest that I've shared my email. If you get
Okay.
your organization to get in touch with me, because it's right there, and then we can get you in touch, because again, we're really, building our member organizations. We're working hard to cover little gaps that we have in the map. And again, it would be wonderful if you were able to, to come on in and join us as a member.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you see my email address on the chat?
Yeah. Just I think.
Yeah. Take a screenshot, and then afterwards I can get you straight in touch with various people, and then we'll get in touch with you, and you can present it to your organization. Or worldwide family. Right now we're going from Vancouver to Toronto to Washington, Iran, somewhere in China, Portugal, Paris, somewhere on the Danube, South Africa. That's what we're about. Sorry, Sweden, don't kill me, please. Sorry.
And Patricia.
Yeah.
Peru.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, right here now on my screen, this is what I can.
Because you have your conference to join. International conference.
Yeah. South Africa is already a member, so get in touch. Oh, Patricia, sorry, I was thinking of another Patricia. I'm sorry, Patricia.
Yes.
Hi, James.
How's Patricia?
I was seeing your T-shirt, Peru.
Oh, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, you were here just a month ago, no?
Yes, exactly. I got to meet Cusco. And again, a lot of us do quite a bit of traveling. And it's good to spend the time and see people. So, Rasi, could you mute yourself, please? You're coming through. Thanks. But it was very, very good to see.
Mute.
Yeah, just hit the mute because it carried over. That's okay. But it was very good to be in Cusco and see people there. And then we're also catching up with Chile. We're trying to get them to sign on the dotted line, and we're trying to be very proactive.
Yes, so I'm going to write also about some concerns here in Peru and other countries. I'm going to send you a letter for you and also for Christina.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Again, we've got Daniele. You're sitting in there. We haven't heard from you. You can always put a message in the chat. And Agneta, how is Malmo today?
Hello, everyone. It's nice weather, and it's always good in Malmo, in Sweden, in Europe. I am very pleased to be a part of today's tea chat. It's new for me, despite I am a local guide almost 10 years. And listening to you, I had a question how the World Federation Tourist Guide Association make a promotion so everyone in each country knew that we exist. without participating in the Swedish Guide Association, I would never had found you. So I'm wondering if there is some project how to make WFTGA more famous among in the other countries, in the other continents, so the tour companies can find us. Do you have any promotion on the tourists? On the tourist,
yeah, this falls partly on my portfolio, and we've done things a little bit differently this board. So we've got a series of portfolios, but they're different from before. So we've got Ivana is in charge of public relations, and I'm in charge of social media. So there's a bit of a crossover. So back to what I was saying, could you talk to your association to send me information, get in touch with me about Member Monday? So we're trying to hit social media every Monday that we'll have an association being highlighted. So we're promoting you, you're promoting us. It's a two-way street. And with social media, it drives people to our website. And Sebastian is the guru of the website, apart from a few other little things that he does. And the idea is that if we drive people to the website, we raise ourselves as a profession. And again, we're the one-stop shop. If you need a guide worldwide, get in touch with the World Federation. You know, these are the associations. They will get you in touch with their guides. So Helga put somebody from Paris in touch with me who was after some guides in Toronto. So I was able to share with my home organization. And, you know, one email from her gave 105 people a chance at some work in October, which is a fairly quiet time of the year. So, you know, it is part of what goes on, and it's something that we've got to promote a little bit more. And we need our member associations to be able to pick up an email quickly and share it. At one point, I was an area rep, and I'd get things hit my desk. Somebody needed something, and I'd share it with the associations that were covered. So, you know, we're not an employment agency, but at the same point, we should be able to forward people on. Again, reaching out. When I'm working, I wear my pin that says World Federation. I wait for people to ask me what it is, and it's a gentle way of promoting the association. It's something that says that I'm part of something bigger. And, you know, so today you're in Toronto, tomorrow I'm going to be in Malmo. I'll be able to put you in touch with the Swedish Guides Association, and who in answer your question, or am I too long-winded? Again, I need your help. I need you to bug your association about being in a Member Monday. We're also in the process of showing what training opportunities we have, that we're going to be doing trainer Thursdays and promote the professional trainers that we have in, working in the background. And then for a little bit of fun, I'm going to be putting up Photo Friday, which is you send me a picture of your area. It's just nice pictures. And then people will know that if you want to look at a pretty picture, that will get you to our Facebook page, that we'll have some great pictures up. And then that and Instagram will then send you onto our website, where you can see what we really do. We're not just about pretty pictures. We're about world-class guiding. So that's how we're trying to do it. We're trying to raise our profile, but unfortunately, most governments are not that interested in tourism. I live in Toronto, and it's frightening. It came up the other day. We're a $1.7 billion industry in this city, and the city council will not talk to the Tourist Guide Association.
Yeah. It's frightening. But yes, Agneta, thank you, James. Networking is really important. That's what we try to do. Through networking, we can expand our visibility. So that's one way to do it. And that's actually it's most effective, mouth to mouth. So if you speak to your neighbor and your neighbor speaks to their neighbor, that's a very effective way of doing it. That's how we try to do it. I have the same experience as James. I just got a message 2 days ago from someone in Sweden, a tour operator, that found us on our website, WFTGA, and they sent me an email for guides in Portugal. So it happens more than we think, more often than we think.
And again, none of us on the board are paid. No, we're giving up our time. You know, I'm giving up my morning that I could have gone and done a city tour or something like that. I actually got last minute off from work, but because I've tied myself into the tea chat, I passed it on to somebody else. So we're giving up our time. The World Family of Tourism is something that we all believe in on the board. And, you know, but at the same point, I've got to pay. I've just written a nasty big check for my condo fees. I've still got bills to pay. So we give up a lot of our time to try and help people across the world.
It's a reality for all of us who are associated or involved and volunteer within their home association.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Helga, are you first when I saw you, I thought you were topless for a moment. I thought you'd just gone for a swim in the newly cleaned River Seine.
Hey, oh, don't ask me about the Olympic Games. In this moment we have the 80th anniversary of the landing beaches in Normandy. So more than 15 very, very high VIP, blah, blah, blah. So everything is blocked by security and is quite chaotic to guide. And for us, the Olympic Games is not a source of work. We do not work probably the same public. People coming for Olympic Games, they want to see matches and performances, and not to have cultural or walking tours or whatever. So it's quite a different year in France, or especially in Paris now. I hope that on the other side, as they are really doing it very beautifully, a lot of sports activities will be in the center of Paris, and you will have as a background, I don't know, the Chateau de Versailles, the Versailles Castle, and so on. This, I guess, after the Olympic Games will come a lot back, a lot of tourism back. In this moment for WFTJ and for all the members, I'm trying to get a standard formula going on. It's a questionnaire, so that, for example, if we have members that are approaching, like you, Scott of Nepal, we would be able to send you a questionnaire to know about you, how many tourist guides in Nepal, how you work, if you have a license, if you have an official, and so on. But well, I see that I have a little, maybe, generation gap between Google Forms, Google Docs, Google whatever, and me. I see how my technical knowledges are stopped And it's sometimes it's quite frustrating, and I would like to take my computer and break it. Why doesn't it work as I want? But as soon as we have this, I want to share it with area reps, with Expo, of course, and so that we could have like a file for each association, for each region, how they work, how many people they are, what are the challenges they face year by year, how we can help, and so on. I think this would be great. And I would love to have this form finished as soon as possible so I could share it with you.
And Helga, I want to add, I'm still mortally offended that you visited Santiago when I was out of town. I think you timed it perfectly.
I had a fantastic time with
Naomi. Maybe it was better I wasn't there.
We were very happy that you were not there, James. I'm sorry to tell you. Yes, I had a fantastic time, and in Santiago, I met the federation leader and the president and the secretary in Santiago, though they are representing 7 different associations. And the best was to be meeting the association of the Easter Island. Great association, 80 people only for Easter Island, because Easter Island is very clear. You are not allowed to visit any site without the presence of a professional guide. This is the way they protect the sites. And there is no way. It's all, well, it's a little island. It's a very little island. So they protected all the sites. You can see them from far away, but if you want to really enjoy them, you have to be in a group or in with your private tourist guide if you can afford it. But this is the way they protect their heritage, no? It's well, and of course, it's a fascinating island, and the sites are absolutely incredibly interesting. And this association is doing really a lot of things, and they are very welcoming, and particularly the Eastern Island is wishing to get into the WFTGA. But if everything is running smooth, Chile will join us in the next, let's say, weeks.
Yep.
So we will have automatically our Easter Island colleagues being part of our WFTGA family.
Yeah. Great. Well, these things are timed for approximately an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So want to say thank you to everybody for coming. Thank you for everybody for taking time out of your day to pop by. Keep your eye on social media. Keep your eye on newsletters, and most importantly, always keep your eye on our website. And we're aiming to do this every 7th of the month. The time will vary. Whoever is presenting, they choose their time that suits them in their day. So I can't tell you what time it is, and that works out pretty well. I'm in North America, so I tie in very well with Patricia in Peru, and Yoni, who's in Israel, who is in Washington at the moment. But for some of you, you've got up early or you've stayed up late past your bedtime. Thank you for joining us. We're going to try and aim at some other times that might be more conducive. I should say that with the board, we're scattered around Europe. And also, again, I'm in Canada. The last board meeting, I was in Vancouver. I was in Victoria when that board meeting went on. So I get up at some unearthly hours. So, we're always answering our emails and things like that. So thank you very much for coming by. I wish you a good day. If I could bug Sebastian for a minute afterwards, I just want to ask him a question. But take care and stay in touch. Please follow us on Instagram. Please like us on Facebook. Please go and look at our website on a regular basis, because that will help driving us up in the Google world. We've become more popular. Just come and look at our website. Try and put a thing in every week. That will make a difference to us. Thank you. Have a pleasant rest of the day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you
See you
all.
again.
Bye-bye,
Thank you
everyone.
very much.
See you soon.
Bye.